Today's content is submitted by Ganeto, but this Ganeto is not me. This Ganeto is my brother, so I'm pretty excited for today's video, not only because I'm showcasing my brother's battles, but also I'm having the double water strategy. We're gonna use a water type up in front and a water type at the back, so not the usual ABB team style for sure. So let's see what we have here, because Sebela is gonna fit in as our main safe switch. At this point we can still go pretty rough at our opponents with those hydro cannons, and by blocking here we can guarantee that we can get to the maximum amount of energy for back-to-back hydro cannons once again. If they block here, this is gonna be a huge win, but they know better and they happen to let us go through. However, at the back there is gonna be the Medicham, so things are looking pretty good for us, and even though we had a very bad lead, which you're gonna see on the entirety of this video, Sebela can still go in trying to manage this Medicham, and at this time I think that we can have the upper hand on whatever lies at the back. They want to tank one move, one foul play on the Charizard, but of course the outcome is already settled, because now we can return into the battle with Walrein, and because all of those Pokemon are no shadow at all, we can definitely tank these charge attacks with ease. Of course the second move, the Dragon Claw, will be fatal, but now with the return of the Sebela we can definitely get the victory against this Charizard. Into the next one now. And we're facing a Cofagrigus up in front. So you know what about this Pokemon? It can turn towards their end if they go for those two shields, but as it seems they do not want that at all, and we can definitely reach to the Earthquake against their own Walrein. Since they switched out here, I'm pretty sure they cannot reach on Earthquake right on time, so we can definitely tank the Icicle Spear with this, and I like this play by my brother, because if you didn't notice, he went for that extra overfarm, charge up to the Icicle Spear and then switch out to keep the Icicle Spear for the end game, just in a weird way that something goes sideways, and we want to avoid that. So getting to the return here will definitely knock out this Walrein, so a really nice safe nuke for that Pokemon. And now on that final end of this battle, we're gonna be met up with the Azumarill, so Earthquake here is gonna connect, I believe, for big damage. They want to keep the shield for the Cofagrigus, makes a lot of sense, and we managed to catch the move on our Walrein. For a second I totally forgot about Walrein, but still it is there, so we did not get a good use of that Icicle Spear, but still we did a lot of stuff with that Pokemon, catching the move. And of course, now that Azumarill and Cofagrigus have no energy at all, I believe that we can definitely finish them off with the Earthquake, and right after we can farm down, right? Or can they do it? Oh my goodness, this is getting super close, because we're Shadow, but still we can guarantee the farm down with our Shadow Swampert. So now against an Azumarill up in front, I think that we can have the upper hand. So the opponent says to go out to their safe switch, kinda safe switch. Perhaps they were trying to bait our Swampert out of the way, because now Azumarill can go in, finish off our Swampert, and still have the upper hand against our Pokemon. So as it seems, Azumarill really does come back, so whatever remains at the back might still be weak to our Swampert. Will we go for the switch out at some point? As it seems, no, but we managed to get to the Hydro Cannon to get that Azumarill even lower, able to catch the move on the Walrein. So I was right here. My brother wanted to keep that Swampert for the end game. But still, this trainer doesn't have a weak to Swampert Pokemon, but instead a Shadow Machamp. Good news here is that we can still survive those Shadow counters, and we can deliver almost the finishing blow here with that Icicle Spear. I believe that going in with Sebela makes a lot of sense. We can even tank one move with this at this point, even a Rock Slide, but the opponent said to go for the Cross Chop, and of course, since we have the shield up, we have nothing to worry about, and we're just gonna get this victory. Medicham up on the lead, horrible lead scenario for our Walrein, and of course now we have to switch out to our Swampert. So I guess it makes a lot of sense to not reveal our Sebela yet into the battle, because by revealing Sebela, I think that my brother thought that the opponent will definitely switch out to a Noctowl like they did over here, and of course this is not gonna work well when we're gonna have a whole Walrein and a Shadow Swampert against a Medicham with two shields. This is not gonna work at all. Anyways, I think we get a little bit of lag here, but we still managed to pull through some of those powder snows. And before the CMP, we're just gonna apply some pressure with those icicle spears. No shield from the opponent makes a lot of sense, and we're expecting that Medicham to return, so that's why we're seeing the switch out to Sableye. So right here they have a Charizard of their own, no Sableye coming in. Perhaps they were expecting our move, and at this point, by having the upper hand with the shields, I believe that we need to start shielding. Yes, my brother, let's go here, and now the foul play will definitely grab that shield out of the way. If they do not shield, well, we're just gonna keep going with those moves. The Medicham now returns, protecting that Charizard. The opponent was counting for sure, and because they're getting a little bit too greedy, I believe here we can still reach to our foul play. They could not farm down. Charizard now goes in, but with the shield that we have up and alive, we can definitely take advantage of that and reach the Icicle Spear for a very close victory against a very bad lead. Into the next one now with a Dance Burst upon the lead, another bad one for our Walrein. Walrein cannot catch a break, so Icicle Spear here will connect, not for big damage, they're still above 50%, we need 2 of those Icicle Spears for sure, and we're not getting super close to the Earthquake at all, so we have to spam those Icicle Spears, and I believe that by sacrificing our Walrein, no, just delete all that, my brother decided to catch one Rock Slide on the Swampert. That was amazing, I was not expecting that at all. We can have the upper hand right now, so Surf is gonna put us at a critical condition, but still we can reach to the last second Earthquake. This will definitely provoke the shield, yeah, makes a lot of sense. The opponent decided to go for that for sure, and now we have the upper hand against this Ghost type with our own, since we are part Dark, and of course we can definitely overfarm right here with that foul play. So they managed to pass through one more Hex, which means that perhaps we could go for a little bit of more overfarm. Able to catch the return on the Dance Burst. How can we possibly win these trainers? This is not looking that great. I believe that this is gonna be a loss for sure. So here comes now the Meteor Mass. Hopefully we got the shields, but they can outspeed, I believe, if they want to. So let's see how well we can do that. Perhaps if we go straight for the Earthquake and they are not expecting it, no, straight for that Icicle Spear. Are they gonna block this one? Oh my goodness, they blocked, and we can still reach on the Earthquake. Is this a CMP? Can we win a CMP? Oh my goodness, the Earthquake is gonna be enough to finish off Clefable from that range. Are you kidding me? This is a wonderful, wonderful finishing on that battle, and now we're gonna keep going into the next battle. So we're facing a grass type Pokemon, and what I like about this team by Ganeto 8 over here is that we have coverage even against a grass type Pokemon with double water on our team, because our first water type Pokemon is part ice, and of course mostly it's gonna be ice on its offensive stats, so that's why I like this move a lot. So banking that energy before we throw it without any doubt on that Azumarill is a really good play, because now we can reveal our Swampert. We know that they have a Venusaur at the back, so we do not care a lot about Swampert, and of course with Sableye into play and that Azumarill out of play, we're gonna have the upper hand. So as it seems here, this is gonna be a CMP, and my brother decided to go for the undercharge. This is a pretty smart play. And now we can go in with Sableye. Even if they return to the battle with that Venusaur, we can have the upper hand, but unfortunately at the back there is gonna be the Registeel. So all we have to do here is to go for those foul plays. As it seems, they can get to the Zap Cannon. This is gonna be a really nice damage output. What did they just do? I said Zap Cannon and they went for the Focus Blast. Why? Just why? Anyways, we can still manage to get here to the Earthquake after we finish off that poor Venusaur, and of course this is gonna be the end into a weird battle that I don't think they could win, even if they get to the Zap Cannon, because we could still survive with our Sableye and we had energy on Walrein, but still, why go for the Focus Blast? Anyways, into the final one now, another bad lead, and this time they stay in, going for the Ice Punch, which is weird for us, since we cannot do anything good right here, but still we can try to go for that double Hydro Cannon. However, I think we had a little bit of FPS drop, and at this point we're just gonna keep going in there with our Sableye. Perhaps we could have waited a little bit more on the switch, my brother, but it doesn't matter. Able to get to the bait here on the Mandibuzz. Of course, this is kinda weird, but but still now we can go in with the wall rain. Since they are still switch locked in here, we can definitely manage one icicle spear at least before we go down. So at this point, they're just gonna keep going with those moves. We can definitely tank them and still rely on our Sableye to finish them off. We know they have a pretty weak to our Pokemon, that Medicham, which is gonna be pretty nice for us, but it all depends on what they have at the back. We cannot farm down here the Mandiba, so this means that it all depends on what the third Pokemon might be. Since we have the shield advantage here, we can definitely start shielding against this Medicham, and now the return will definitely knock out this Medicham. What do they have at the back? Because they return to the battle with the Medicham, and it ends up being another Registeel. So back-to-back Registeels for the end of this video, and we're just gonna keep going here for another foul play. All they have to do is to land one Zap Cannon. Of course, this is not gonna happen, but I mean about the debuff. If they can land the debuff, we are kinda lucky here. I'm never lucky, my brother is, and right after we can reach to the foul play to deliver the finishing blow on the Registeel and grab this victory to end this video. So that is gonna be all for today, trainers. Thank you for watching and for staying till the end. As always, feel free to leave a like before you go, and of course consider subscribing to my channel if you want to see more of my content. With that said, I have 2 videos for you to check out, so feel free to do so, and I will see you all into the next one.